Have you ever just made a sale and then thought to yourself, I wonder what the best player I could afford now with all this money that I have? Well, I'm going to show you a quick way to go through and figure out the best player at any given budget, over any league, any position, however you want to do it. So it's a little tip and trick that I'm going to show you right now. Welcome into the video, guys. So for today, I'm going to show you a quick little tip in order to find the best player at any given budget very easily without doing very much searching at all. So for today, we're going to use Sorare data. If you're not familiar, I do have a video that explains Sorare data that I made a little while ago, so definitely check that out. But normally the way that I would go about finding a player, go into player finder here. I would set all these parameters, look for a specific score that I'm looking for, a specific market price, go if he's a starter, what position, league, all that stuff. And then, a list of players would come up here and I would go through and search them all one by one and see if there's any player that I liked. Drawback with that is I have to go through and manually search for every single player, and I don't know that the one that I'm looking at is actually the best one. So in order to get around that, I'm actually going to go over to the market tab and go to live offers. Now, the caveat here is that this will only give you guys that are actually listed up on the market. So if a guy is, say he normally sells for 0.05 and the lowest current buy now price is 0.07, this is going to list him as 0.07. So it is a little bit of a drawback there, but for most guys, that's not really going to be an issue. What we're going to do, we're going to go here. So say I want to find the best overall player. I don't care about position. I want him to be a rare. I'm an MLS guy, so we'll say in the MLS. And then starter. I'm going to leave this on all statuses just because there's guys coming back from Gold Cup, so they may not be listed as starters, even though we know that they actually are. I'm going to put on best market price here. I'll give it my budget. I don't have 114 ETH lying around, so let's go like 0.01. And then we'll say, so the key here is to go to here and do best to worst last 15 average. So that's going to give you the best player. It's going to actually sort them for you. Now you'll have to hit filter again after you sort everything. Filter last always. So now I only have players that are under 0.1 listed here for MLS. So we can see the first one here, he's 0.01, but he's only played one game out of the last 15, so probably not worth my time here. Spencer Ritchie, same thing, only one game in the last 15. Now, here we go, Andy Nahar. So really good player here. He's played a lot. He was rested the last game because they have a midweek coming up, which is fine. 0.07, good price. I can be fairly confident that I'm getting a pretty good deal as we're looking through here. If I'm looking to only spend 0.1 ETH, I can be fairly confident that Andy Nahar is one of the best performing players overall in the MLS. Now Jack Elliott, same thing. Over the last 15 has been good, but lately he's been dipping down a little bit. So he might be a player that I target if his price drops a little bit. So if he comes down from 0.1 to say 0.06, like below Nahar, then maybe we target Jack Elliott. Joel Waterman's actually a really good story. He came from the Canadian Premier League, first player to make the jump from Canadian Premier League to MLS. When he plays, he's been absolutely phenomenal Sorare-wise. So keep an eye out. If you have a little bit of money to spend, 0.023 is not that bad for a guy that could potentially be one of the best defenders in the league if he gets a chance to play regularly. And then down here, so here on line 2, this is going to be my pick, Francisco Calvo. He's 0.055, so I know I'm getting pretty good bang for my buck here. The only reason he hasn't been playing games is because he was at the Gold Cup. So he's come back, he's played every game, he's looked brilliant since coming back from the Gold Cup. So Francisco Calvo is probably the best player under 0.1 for me in the MLS right now. But that's a quick way so you can see how I have it ordered. So now I just go from the top, and once I find the player I like, say I like Nahar, boom, I just get him. I say I like Calvo, boom, I get him. I don't even need to go down any further because all of these guys are going to have scores lower in the last 15 than the guys up top. So maybe I might want to try to find like a Dylan Nealis that is a lower price. But overall, if you're wanting the best player, you're going to want to go with one of the guys up at the top here. So I hope that helped you guys. We're just going to quickly cut it back out. I hope that helped you guys Just a little tip that I use whenever I'm looking for a player, if I know the budget that I want to be spending. And you can use this with all kinds of different things. You can definitely put positions on here. Say you're looking for a midfielder, we can search drive that. We can change the budget, obviously, look in different leagues. So a lot of different things that you can use. A lot of people don't utilize this page enough, in my opinion. So if you guys enjoyed, please do like and subscribe. Obviously, check out the Sorare challenge going over on the TikTok account. Follow on Twitter. Ask any questions that you have on Discord. I'm always available to help you guys out. But until the next time, follow us united.